Indeed. I just want your quick take on the development that's happened overnight with Trump first, of course, saying that he's going to impose 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, and then coming out a few hours later and saying, well, China's included too, but with more benign tariffs of 10% from Feb 1st.
Yeah, on that new development, clearly it's a bit of a surprise to the market. Our core case at the EM level is looking at a potentiality of 60% tariffs, up to 60% tariffs on China's imports into the U.S. And it's a pretty well anticipated adverse impact on China's exports to the U.S. So the key question is how much has market priced in? I think vis-a-vis the excitement before today, maybe it had priced in a less than bad sort of a scenario. But today, clearly, we understand there's a negotiation ongoing. And U.S. has many trading partners. I would anticipate in the coming weeks, we'll see how things happen vis-a-vis the other markets. We did an analysis which could be useful as a reference surrounding the U.S. elections in 12, 16, 20, and so far in 24, and separating them into three phases. And the phase one is September 1st to election day. And election day to year end, and then year end to the spring's rally's peak in the following year. And China equities within EM outperforms in phase one, underperforms in phase two, but interestingly, outperforms in phase three. So it's about what's being priced in. So going back to your question, I think the market is trying to price that in as the news comes in, as the deal, the overall deal is busily negotiated.
That's a very fruitful analysis. I do also want to understand, Wendy, is that why the currency has shown more strength and the fixing has been stronger to near 3-month highs for the yuan?
That's another very good point. The yuan tends to be very sensitive to what's going on in the negotiation. In phase one in 18, yuan took a very large hit, partly because it was too strong vis-a-vis the dollar. And this time, the dollar is starting at a much stronger point, and yuan has less to adjust because it's already, depreciated prior to the point of the new negotiation. And what we noticed in the past is that equities and FX tend to take the biggest hit in the initial escalation. And then our forecast for the yuan, based on my FX colleague, is about 7.4, 7.45. Yeah.